Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome on back to a brand new episode of our Minecraft survival world. In the last episode, we went ahead and built this excavation site and I still really like the look of this. But today what I want to do is I want to focus on our storage situation. So right now we are storing most of our stuff within the wagon or within the little bit of a sort of like area that we've got here with crates and chests in. And I'd like to just sort of make a bit more of a storage area. So what I'm thinking is maybe a little bit of a shed right at the end of here. The entrance would be here on the diagonal and we'd store chests inside it. But right now my shovel is not looking very well. We're on our last piece of meat. So I kind of need to take care of some other things first. So I'm going to go ahead and repair up my tools and my armor, which my armor is pretty good. I'm also going to breed up these animals so I get ourselves some more food. And then I'll be back with you when we're ready to start placing some blocks. Welcome on back, folks. I've got my tools all repaired up. I've done a little bit of resource gathering, so they're a little bit worn from that. But I kind of want to start putting down some blocks into places so we can get a rough idea of what this is going to look like. And the block I'm choosing to use as my sort of like scaffolding block, my sort of template plate block is cobblestone because I just think it's a good block to use. So I'm thinking it'd be cool if we have it, say, right around here. So 1, 2, 3. We could probably, at a push, go 5 here. And then what I'd like is to sort of bring it back here. So we've got, I don't know, let's say we come in here. The chest to be here, so we need at least 2. So, like so. So if we take this out, what I want to do is I want to have at least sort of like 3 here. So what did we do? We went here, didn't we? Yes. This is going to be that this fence is going to connect to this. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that for now. So let me have a little look here. Because I don't know if I want to have this go diagonal all the way back. Or if I want this to sort of even out over here. I'm still debating. So we've got this go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we bring it across like that, 3, and then we have it 2. And then what we could do is we could go, if we were to go like that, it'd put it like so, wouldn't it? Now, the roof on this is going to be a challenge. But I think what I want to do is I just want to kind of bring this. For my first attempt, I'm going to bring this like so. We're not going to actually have anything here. I think this is pretty good. We can fill this back in now. Now we've got a shape. This is pretty much what I'm happy with. I think if I was going to do anything differently, I'd actually probably bring this forward just 1 block. So we've got a little bit of space in here. Maybe bringing it forward 1 more is actually the way to go. Of course, bringing it forward 1 more means that we are sacrificing some of that diagonal, aren't we? Don't kind of want to do that, so no. We're definitely going to go like so. So I'm thinking that I'd like an odd diagonal, but I don't know. Okay, so I've moved it back and I've kind of gone back to the original shape that we had. So if we were to go through here, you can see that we've kind of gone to the original shape. However, I've kept the sort of side bit here just to give us more space when we come in here. And the idea is there's going to be chests here going up, and it's going to go up quite a bit. But I kind of want to put some oak logs in here. Not oak logs, sorry, some spruce logs. You may be wondering, well, most of this place, it's wood, you know. Most of our settlement here, most of the farmhouse, with the exception of that on the stable, is indeed wood. So why am I going with like a stone sort of house here? And I just think it'd look nice to have some stone against the wood. We haven't really got stone in anywhere here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I may push this back. No. We're going to do it on an even number. It's going to be a little weird to have windows on an even number. But we can have them in the middle, I suppose. So, put that there. We've got this wooden there. I don't know if I want to have wood on the back side here. That's something that I've got to sort of decide. Because if we do, it would be here. We'd have it. Oops. That's definitely not what we want. And here. And I don't necessarily like that. Yeah, I think that adds some really kind of unique shape to it. So yeah, let me get some more work done on this. I'm going to put these pillars in. I'm going to bring it up somewhat, and then I'll be back with you. Well, guys, I've got the rest of the build in place, or at least most of the structural blocks. I want to try something up here, but I'm not sure how it's going to work. So I'm going to definitely give it a go first before I start moving on to these sort of like other places. But I want to toy around with the roof. The roof is something that I'm greatly concerned about. But I want to show you a couple of things that I've done while doing this. I've actually had to push this back one. So this is 3, but down there, if you remember, it was 4. It's now 5. And the reason for that is because I'd like some sort of like upstairs storage rooms here. And for them to be effective, the chest is going to be 2. You know, I'd need it at least 3 by 3. So we've got them in place. And this one I haven't pushed back. As you can see, this one inside would only be 2. I need to push this back a little bit. But I kind of want to, I'm worried about how the roof is going to look. So I'm going to try and work on that at the minute. So I'm going to get some more work done on the roof and see what I can come up with. Because roofs are definitely my weak point. But I kind of want to see what this looks like in one aspect and then this one in another. So let me get on that and then I'll be back with you. Welcome on back, folks. And I've got the house in place and the roof in place. I've spent probably about 2 hours just trying to do a diagonal roof design. And my brain is just not completing it just right now. So I've ended up with this. And I rather like this. I think it's kind of unusual. It looks really kind of cool. I think we got some things to do to make this seem a little bit better. And the first thing that I want to look at is windows in this place. So let's go in and let's say we're going to put a window right here, which we can't do. Is this really the middle? Like, no, this is not the middle. That's good. Middle's actually 1 over, isn't it? Yes. Okay. So it's the middle that I want, which is right here. And what I'm thinking is down here we can just go with... Actually, given... Oh, there's one of these at every one, isn't there? So let me have a look at this from a bit of a distance. If we were to put windows there... not gonna work as much as I'd like. That one's probably the better one. And we can just... Nope. Actually, what we can do... Now that we've got this build here, we can run this straight into the build. And actually, this would help out some. We get rid of this. Yes! Like this. Run that into the build as well. So the build is like being part of this. So what I'm kind of thinking of for here is I want to keep the dark oak and the sort of like spruce wood design, sorry, oak design, the dark oak and the oak, by doing that is what I'm thinking. Obviously, I don't like that. I think we need to kill this a little bit. So we'll just do that and then do that. That's what I'm kind of thinking of for this bit anyway. We need to do something up here because this looks kind of meh. But I don't want this to all be cobblestone. I actually want to put some andesite into here. And I also want to put some glass panes behind here. But I haven't got any glass panes on me at the moment. Let me just take this out so I can snake in back here. And we've added this ladder in here to go up and down. I think I definitely want to add in a spruce fence up here. I think, not a spruce fence, an oak fence. I think this is fine up here, just like this. I don't think we need to add the extra detail in that we've added in down there. I think that's going to look okay. But what I do want to add in is either side here, I want to add in a oak. And then I want to add in dark oak here. And I don't know if I want to link this up. So like this way is what I'm thinking. What I might do. And we'll just go and have a look at this. And my thinking for that is it definitely adds some much needed color to this side, because to be honest, this side looks kind of meh, it looks kind of bland. And what we could do just to sort of ease this out a little bit is just add in sort of like a line of those there is what I'm thinking. We could also add in a window here which would allow us to put this like so, and then we could just take some oak fences and run some oak either side like so. We'd probably have to use glass blocks for this. But let's just see what this looks like. And this is a lot of what my builds are. Just trying things that we like. Not a big fan of that way around. But I think if we were to move the pillars over just a little bit, Maybe put the oak, instead of putting them right next to the window, putting them here might be the better idea. I think that would look a lot better. Let's just grab that. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I've got ideas here. I've got ideas. The wheels are turning. So let's just grab this and let's have a look. Oh, yeah, that looks so much better. That looks so much better. And I think what I'd do then is I'd put, maybe we put one of these either side instead of two, and then we hang from that, we hang some lanterns. That might be a good thing to do. Well, guys, I have finished the vast majority of the outside. Dun, da, da, da. And I gotta say, I rather kind of like this. Of course, I've had just terrible luck doing this thing, I tell you. So, there's still a couple of things that I want to do to it. I want to go ahead and mix in some andesite into this cobblestone, and maybe even some stone in some places, just to sort of break up this flat cobblestone look. As nice as it looks, this cobblestone, I think it needs to be mixed up a little bit. But I want to talk about what I did. I went ahead and I moved out the stairs when they met. So there's a stair there that met that stair there going up. I went ahead and I've moved them and changed them out for spruce trapdoors. I've also added in a couple of spruce trapdoors up there. I've got some glass smelting up now, so I've got to go and deal with that. I could have had this coming out, and I don't know which one I prefer, but, you know, I mean, when I say coming out, I mean, we could have had it, you know, sort of like that. I think I actually prefer that over the original, so let's get rid of that. There's also a couple of doors out here, so we can sort of like get out here should we need to. And these came about because I just genuinely had no idea what to do with this. We didn't have a central point here on this one because we got this one in the middle, and that looks a little bit funky up there. So I'm going to go and change that out in a bit. But for now, this looks pretty good. So I need to put some chests in here, so we've got the storage in here. And again, this was only a small bit of storage that I wanted. Just enough to sort of like keep me done in my world, you know, or at least in this part anyway, because, you know, this isn't an industrial place. We wouldn't have a massive warehouse here, you know. And I also used some spruce trapdoors up there just to give them a little bit of look. And I've used a mixture of oak and dark oak. I switched those out. Those up there were originally dark oak. I've switched them out now for sort of oak, and I rather like that. I think that looks pretty good. So I think I need to get some texture variation done on this, and I need to get some lanterns in place. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Well, guys, this is what it looks like now that we've got the andesite in it, and I think it really sets it apart. It really starts to stand out more. I'm only going to use andesite and cobblestone in this. I could go ahead and put some gravel in it to mix it up a little bit more, I suppose. Oh, I left a cobblestone block there. But I think that I'm kind of okay, and I like these, that we can have these kind of open like that as well, so we can come in and out. It'd be nice if we could put something here that would stop mobs from sort of like pathfinding to it, but I don't know, maybe a pressure plate would stop mobs from pathfinding through it. They might not be able to go over that. I know there are some tricks that you can do to stop mobs from sort of doing that and pathfinding, but I'm not sure what they are. I think it's a minecart rail, actually. You put a minecart rail down, mobs can't pathfind over it. So I'm going to have to look into that because that'd be cool. But we've currently got this in place, and I think this looks really, really well. It looks like kind of like a twin tower, if you will, or something like that. The two towers. You know, I kind of like it. It's really kind of nice. I really do like it. I would actually use something very similar to this on a corner in sort of like a diagonal build now. Like if I was doing a wall and I wanted a tower on the corner, I would utilize something very similar to this, I think. Sort of work on this design. But building on a diagonal is something that I don't do very often. So it's a skill that I want to improve in. Look at that. The sun is going down again. It's typical. Every time I hit record, sun goes down. Curse of being a YouTuber. You know, and building on a diagonal is a challenge. I tried to do the roof. I couldn't. I'm not good enough yet. I'm going to have to watch some more videos to learn how other people do the roof, because I couldn't figure it out. And that's how I get better, by watching other people. But yeah, so what I need to do now is I need to work on the inside. I need to get some chests in here. Now, we've gone for an oak floor in 2 of these, but the bottom here, I want it to be kind of dirty. I want it to be like we've trampled in the dirt from out here. So it's going to be oak, but it's also going to be coarse dirt. So here it is. We've got the floor. It looks very dirty in here, like dirt has been trampled in here. I've tried to keep the oak wood or the oak planks over towards this side more so than anywhere else, because this is where the chests are going to go. So dirt wouldn't kind of get under there very often, you know, so they'd be a lot more pristine under there. But we're going to have 3 sets of 3 chests going up here. They're all going to be double chests. So we're going to have plenty of storage. Or what we could do, we could have crates either side and sort of walk in it. That's one way. But no, I think we're going to have just the double chests here, the standard typical. breed up the cows so I can get the leather to put on the item frames. But I think this looks really, really good. And one thing that I want to do with this settlement is I want to have walls made out of logs and stripped logs. Just literally logs. It'll be a one wide wall going around this settlement. But I don't want walls everywhere. I want to come up with other ways that we can sort of confine this settlement. And right now we've managed to do that over here. We've kind of got the limits. If we look over here, let's just get on top of a tree. What is it? Whip said about every build needs a viewing tree. Over here, we've got this sort of fence going around here. So I don't need to put the wall around here. I need to run the wall into this. And we've got this blocking off this side. And I need to run the wall out of here. But I don't know what I'm going to do over this side because I do want to have bridges. So it could be that this is such a sheer drop that this naturally sort of like shears it off. There's going to be no way to scale up the sides is what I'm thinking. So we'll have plenty of room. And I want to come up with creative ways to block off the village from intruders and stuff. Now, I'm not very happy with the way this side of it looks. But I don't really know anything that I can do to sort of like make this look better. I still need to change that. So I might have a think on this. This might be something that sort of like becomes its own thing as time goes on. I may come up with an idea for this. But the important thing is that the inside looks good. We've got a... I could have sworn I just saw a creeper down here. I didn't actually mean to end up in here, but okay. So, what I'm going to go and do now is chop down some trees, and I'm still in the excavation site. I'm going to go chop down some trees. I'm going to get the chests put in place in here. Well, guys, here we have it. The chests are in place. Now, I don't have enough leather to go ahead and put item frames on the back of every single chest. And right now, for some reason, when I'm over here, I get really, really framey. I apologize, Mike. I heard what sounded like pillagers. Don't tell me we're being invaded again. Doesn't look that way. Nope, doesn't look like we're being invaded. I forgot to put this door here. But yeah, so this is what it looks like for right now. It looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. So what I want to do now is I want to bring this pathway that we've got here. I want to bring it down here and through here. So we've actually got this linked up, which requires me moving this stuff back over to our guys. The pathway is in place. It's now linked up. I hung one of these from the fence post. Oh, well, no, I hung two from the fence post. As opposed to having them on little like spikes like we've been having around the area. Because it just wasn't enough room for spikes here. It's a very narrow pathway, which I kind of like. And I've not moved everything in yet. I've started to put these on there. I need to go and get some more sticks and finish these off. But that's something I can do while this video renders out and stuff. So I'm not going to do that one on camera. That's fine. But what I want to turn my attention to right now, since I've got a bit more time left in this episode, is over here. This is where we're going to put the manor house. But for right now, I can't put out here because we've got this whole big hole here. And I need to fill this in. Now, we have some grass blocks from all the mining I've been doing in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and use these here. See how far this gets done. See how much of this we can fill in. I think I'm going to try and fill in, start from over there. And we'll see. But yeah, I'll be back with you to show you how much we managed to fill in. Take your guesses now. Welcome on back, folks. And this is about how much we got filled in. This was about 8 or 9 stacks of grass, I think. You can go back, I think, and it'll show you. I think I flashed my inventory with how much was in there. But it was a reasonable amount, and we managed to bring it to 2 deep everywhere. So instead of it being like 3 deep in some places, I filled in like the bottom layer. So I have made a bit of a dent, and there's still a much larger dent to be made, you know. But I want to put the manor house here. So I talked about this in the last episode, but I ended up cutting most of the manor house talk because the episode was running long, and I thought, well, we'll cut that. It didn't make the final cut, unfortunately. But it's going to make this cut. So we're going to have a brief talk about this manor house to show you what I want to do here. I want to have like a manor mansion. So like in this area where this kind of like outline is. I want it to be relatively big and relatively large. And I've got a couple of ideas for sections of this house. Like I've got an idea for this section. I've got an idea for this section. And I'm partly wanting to use brick in the build and granite. Because I haven't done a brick and granite build at all. And I wanted the manor house to sort of like really pop and stand out from everything else around here. And that looks so much better now. It's not like a sore thumb over there. I'm glad we didn't put the towers on top of here now, because if we had, it'd have blocked that view. It'd be nice to have a little dormer window there, maybe. But guys, I want to just say that I am really enjoying making YouTube videos at the minute. I'm having a lot of fun making them, and I'm putting a lot more time and effort into my YouTube videos. So if you are enjoying them, please do leave a like and do click subscribe, guys. I made a video talking about should I quit YouTube, where I set myself a bit of a challenge. 100 days to reach 300 subscribers, and we are on point to beat that. You know, we are doing really well in terms of subscribers and view count. You know, the channel is really doing well. In retrospect to what it's done before, we're like 4 or 5 times better than what we've ever been. And it's just nice to see that. And it's all thanks to you guys supporting the channel the way that you do. So yeah, thank you very much for that. And if anybody ever wants to reach out to me and talk to me more, I do try my best to respond to every comment down there. But I always use the YouTube playlist thing to sort of like, not the YouTube playlist, YouTube Studio to look at the comments, but it only ever lists comments that I haven't responded to. And every now and again, I will go back and double check videos to make sure I have responded to responds to my comments. But if you ever do want to get in touch with me, you ever want to sort of like have a more of a one-to-one chat or anything, Twitter is the place to go. My social media is all down below. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for all of the support on the channel and on the videos. It's really amazing, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you again. Thank you guys so much. You make all of this worth doing. But yeah, guys, I think I'm rambling on now, so I'm going to call it here, guys. Thank you so much for checking out the video. If you've enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like. It really helps that channel. I really do appreciate it. So please do leave that like and click subscribe if you want to see more from me. Guys, I'm Casey. I want to thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for the support. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.